You were relieved to put the Sprawl behind you. Your companions did not seem as capable as some of their other iterations. But they survived, and ultimately, that's all that matters. Best to press on into the Foeter and continue your journey. What's going on, everyone? It's Lokiorn, and we are in the Foeter with Vade Retro Satana as we continue to rip into this. And I realize there's a couple new viewers, a couple new names I've seen, so allow me to explain what the hell's going on here. Wow, that's a lot of oases. So, to explain, my goal with this channel, or kind of what I set out to do here at the very beginning, was beat one of the confessions with every single named formation. Minus the ones with the bounty hunter in it, because I can't reliably spawn the bounty hunter, you know, every time we go somewhere. So, what does that mean? It means I've got 312, sorry, 312 different formations to run through. I've done 103 at this point. Let me make sure. Oh, nope, 100. This is run number 103.
Think carefully.
We do have enough to purge off a bad thing. But the goal is to do that. All right. So we're trying to beat a confession with every named formation. This is Vade Retro Satana's first run. If we lose a character, that's the end. That's the end of this run, because it's not Vade Retro Satana if one of them dies. The one exception being if we lose them at the boss. Like, casualties are acceptable if it happens at the boss, because, you know, dying in the attempt is still victory, potentially. But that's what we're doing. So if you'd like to see a particular named formation, leave a comment down below with which formation you'd like to see and any thoughts you have about it. Along with that, if you'd like to join the Wagoneers Wild Ride, if you'd like to name a character and be a part of the story, as it were, leave a comment down below with which character you'd like to name and what you'd like to call them. I always appreciate if you tell me why that name, but it's obviously not required, but it is a curiosity point for me, just hearing why that name, as we smack through this. So yeah, as you can see right now, some of our characters are named currently. Longtime viewer Kane Alehart has Kane the Second, you Fairy Tailor, and Miles. Both have characters named after them. And then Iridia is a long-running, originally put in by Shadow Watcher to name the Vestal. She hasn't been renamed since, but that doesn't mean that any name is any character is forbidden. If you'd like to rename a character, say the word, and we will rename them. Special thanks to Red Hook for changing how that works, so I can just rename characters without resetting their memories. Big help to the cause here. Beautiful. Love it when you see it. But yeah, that's what we're on about. That's what we're here for. And we are going to do our best to bring the pain train. Vade Retro Satana has been doing... yeah, I'm not going to be able to... Which one's eating? So you're going to eat, so... Okay, that's actually okay. We can't avoid it, so such is life. We've actually been doing pretty good. Pretty happy with where this is going. Vade Retro Satana has definitely not been as strong as some of the other formations. It's just too, I don't know, it's the characters are just too, they're not putting out enough damage, I think is what it is.
A petty hindrance.
Let's get rid of those dodge plus tokens. But it definitely feels like we have a bit of a damage dearth, and our, I say that as we hit for 16. And then on top of that, we do have sort of a, we don't really deal with dots very well. We could swap administrations, but like when you're running a Seraph Vestal, you want both consecrations, you want the heal, And I like Illumination a lot for getting rid of combo points, so you know, we're kind of locked in with some of our stuff here. Returning to the gameplay for a moment, I did give up on the lair. I backed away from it. The reason was that to go to the lair would require going to a field hospital really early. And I think it would be, I need to check. I might have misread, but I think it was like one field hospital or the other. But either way, I don't know that a lair would be the right choice here. I'm not super confident in this formation against the Harvest Child. And since none of us, like the only item we'd want is Ghastly Gruel, which we can get elsewhere. Because otherwise, like, do we really even care about a lot of the trinkets? We don't have anybody dealing Blight, which is the main thing to care about. Now, unfortunately, once again, we're going to have a Necrophagia. These worms are being super obnoxious today. Thankfully, he's already at half health, which is an improvement. And he keeps that burn, so we'll just keep him on the burn train here. And we'll stay on top of it. Let's knock you to death's door so I don't have to think about you anymore. Could heal to full. Think I'd rather just grab a stress heal.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Oh, right. That's why. I forgot the Vestal has the wounding words. Ooh, the oozes. Yeah. That's unfortunate, but to be expected. Now, I could swap in, like, Zealous Accusation, some other stuff, like go a little bit more damage-centric, I think. But I'm not sure if that gets me where I want to go. The same way. You know, I think we just have to kind of accept a more slow burn of a formation, which is not. It's a little concerning against Obsession, but I'm gonna choose to believe here. I think we're gonna get it done.
Bravo!
Somebody's taking a nasty crit here, but like this is kind of what I'm talking about as we get into this, like, the end game here. You know, this formation is just like having trouble whittling this guy down, basically. Also unhelped by the fact that oh, that does it. Also unhelped by the fact that, like, our Crusader can't hit the front rank very well. I mean, that's just Templar, though. It can't do much about that. Ooh, that is the best roll for mastery points. We got 3 out of that. Now, let me see if I was thinking right. Yeah, so it's one field hospital or the other, and I'd rather go to this later field hospital that lets me
The road ahead is washed out.
lets me build up a bunch of money.
Mind the wheels.
So that we can, build up this extra money so that we can actually afford to fix a lot of the problems we have. I'd love to go to that caged creature, but unfortunately we're not going to get to. Well, we'll rob him for 5 flame. Get some apples and cheese, sure. Yeah, we're taking kind of a, I don't know if boring's the right word. It's not really a boring path. It's just a lower stress path, I guess is the way I'd put it. Trying to focus on building up our strength a little bit. You know, as I said, the Harvest Child isn't really a big help to this party. So not a lot of reason to face her, particularly when we have the option, instead of hitting multiple oases, multiple, like, you know, creature dens. Like, there's other loot we can get that's more useful.
Enriching themselves as the world collapses.
So that's what we're gonna do. Speedy enemies, hastened enemies. Regen and a crit token. I love that.
Agony by accumulation.
So we have the choice. We can one-shot the dog, or we can take this guy down. I'm going to do this because I think our boy Alhazred has a chance to get this done. All right. Sadly, he not only lost initiative, but lost it really bad, which is fascinating. Watch Doge. I was kind of thinking that our boy Fairy Tailor was going to get it done there. Fairy Tailor is normally a pretty reliable reliable sort to the cause here. So I don't know what's up, Fairy Tailor. You tell me. There we go. That's what we pay to see. Attaboy, Fairy Tailor. Good job out there. Adrenalizing Ashes. That's not getting used. Get out of here. Alright, because now we hit this field hospital, we have 34, so we at least get to purge off 2 negative traits. Or buy... And buy a better medical equipment? Or Mortar and Pestle? Do like the idea of buying Mortar and Pestle, so I think we will buy that, because we already have the other item, so we can stack up a bunch of poultices.
Best to be prepared.
But then we go here... We get rid of Soft, because Soft is fucking awful. We get rid of Fragile, because Fragile is fucking awful. There we go.
Brace up.
And we get to do another Oasis here. Building up even more mineral-rich spring water, which will... You know, it's funny, now that I have access to all these... now I'm gaining all these anti-stress items, suddenly I have no stress on the party. It's funny how that works. What do you got for me? Well. There we go. So I believe that's 8 in total. 3 here, plus another... Yep. Plus another 5 here. 8 in total. That's quite nice. Now, right at the end here, we have the choice of Creature Den, Cash, or Kyurgen. Yeah, we'll pay that. Paying like I have so many candles on this profile that it doesn't really matter. But paying 6 candles to have a dodge plus like double advantage is pretty sweet. Okay, well, it was pretty sweet until we started min-rolling our damage like freaking losers. Get out of here. This just in. I've done a lot of research into this topic, and min-rolling damage, bad. You know, peer-reviewed study and everything. You know, just it's not good when you miss your damage. Let's put the consecration somewhere different. We love double dodges. And we min-rolled the damage again. That's unfortunate. Getting rid of these corpses here so I don't have to... There we go. So we don't have to worry about him eating them like a jerk. I'll say this, at least we have really good reset. His formation does do a pretty good job of getting back in order.
All
And there we go.
problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
So like here, Corrupting Cleaver, nobody in this party does Blight, so the Corrupting Cleaver is just useless. Like, it doesn't do anything for us. Even if we got one of the items. Okay, so everyone wants to go to the Creature Den. This is tough. So it's not the cash. I don't really care about the supplies. So the party wants to go to the Creature Den. But the Kyurgeon... Kyurgeon has a couple of different items that are real good. We'll let the party speak on this one. It's kind of a tough choice there. Like, both options are good. I think what ultimately decides it is the Creature Den has a higher potential for more mastery points, because the Kyurgeon's only ever going to be like 2, I think. 2 at absolute best. This, I mean, it can't be 3, but this can be like the Kyurgeon will probably be 1 most of the time. This one we're at least, you know, guaranteed 1, more likely to get 2. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of really middle of the, middle of the road. So middle of the road's not the right phrasing. Sort of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. Like, it kind of doesn't matter which one we choose. They're both valid at the end of the day. Like, either place is fine.
Slow dissection.
Really like the idea of that grenade here, potentially putting both these guys into range to get murdered here. Oh, we love that.
Another impediment, cleared with impunity.
Alright, let's get punched in the head here. Munch. Munch. Try to break the corpse. Fail to break the corpse. Zap this thing out of existence. No necrophagias this time.
Easily resolved.
And now we just beat our way through these block pluses. Interesting that they're not necrophagiaing here. I kind of would have expected them to. We'll just get rid of both corpses. And immediately draw the lucky follow-up there. And that's both of them dead. Wonderful. Couldn't really plan for that series of events because it did count on a couple of different things, but it's definitely a good outcome.
Unpleasant in the extreme.
Yeah, there we go.
This work is
So now we're
noble
purging all diseases,
and necessary.
we're getting a total of we're getting 3 extra master points. We're at 6 effective. We're purging all diseases and reducing stress. That feels like that's better than anything we would have gotten from the Kyurgen. Also, truth be told, the Kyurgens can be a pretty dangerous fight on occasion.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
You know, particularly for a party that doesn't do a great job of healing dots. Those bleeds can get quite schnasty. Let's stun this nerd. There we go. Get out of here, you filthy animal. And we're getting crit gruesome reflectioned. That's unfortunate. Easy double kill. And he gets another turn. We love that. That's what the people pay to see. Easy round 2 win. That's what we like to see. So suddenly it feels like we're doing a bit more.
Abandoned or forgotten.
You know, knock on wood that's I'm reading that right, but it kind of feels like we're doing a bit more. Here's the first real test though. Let's see how the Deacon does. Oh, I should have probably. Oh, it's a Cardinal fight. Interesting. I don't know why that's interesting. I mean, it's sort of just kind of how it goes, but normally it's the Deacon. I think it, you know, to my perception at least, it's like, you know, 60-40 or 75-25 in favor of the Deacon. I don't know if that's true though. That's just, you know, it's kind of the perception versus reality piece.
Bravo.
Oh, beautiful. We get a speed token, double crit, full unchecked power. Let's go ahead and go the extra mile here. Boot up our pain train. Well, that's very unfortunate. Was kind of hoping to do big damage into the back line there, but alas, is not to be. We can at least eliminate one, which guarantees we're not seeing an exaltation. Because it would take four turns of build-up for the exaltation. We sort of neutralized that. Okay. Damn, that's real unfortunate. That was an unfortunate series of events there. Wow, that taunt really messed us up, didn't it? Thankfully, Vestal's got our back here. Gonna need to stress heal here. Ow. All these blinds.
There is comfort in company.
And now we're just beating this guy down. He is ordained, which is definitely hurting us a little bit.
Judiciously.
There's Holy Lance. Come on, give me a crit token. Damn. Oh, we got the crit anyway. That'll work. And there's the fight. And we'll just end it.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
And there we have it. Misstep is not. Misstep just isn't going to get used.
The loathing whispers.
All right. So we finished out with 4 plus 3 in here. 7 more mastery points. That's great.
Warm candlelit
Yeah,
windows
3 up here, 4 down here. Picked up the mortar and pestle, which we were glad to see. And just kind of got a better feel for the smackdown that this formation is trying to deliver. It feels, this formation has felt like it's real dependent on
unblinking gaze.
the occultist, like how well he's doing.
The provinces and cantrevs of our land, crumbling and undone.
Now, going after the Shroud boss is pretty easy. We could go to the Catacombs. Shambler's Eye is tempting, though, because we do get a lot of stress from the eye. But I think I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to go to the Catacombs. It's a way to keep scaling in power. That's a pig. Do we want that? We'd love to take Stew Pot, probably. Or do we want Flapjacks more?
Planning and mindfulness.
What does Tinker's Gear do? Tinker's Gear gives us the positive token. Scouting Gear is the 15 flame. We don't want that, so we want to pop that in. We're heading into the Shroud here, so I actually kind of want the Shroud book. But I think we'll actually pop out the Tinker's Gear. I quite like the Tinker's Gear from a like giving a free positive token's pretty sweet. But Stew Pot to get us some stew is pretty good. Food Gear is not bad. It's not as exciting. But I think it's definitely worthwhile. Slot that in. Go to the provisioner. We're definitely buying the pig. I want those adrenaline tonics, and that'll be good enough. That pig should fix, yeah, it fixes all of our relationships. Now we have a halfway decent... now we are a little low on cafe, but now we have a halfway decent set of healing items saved up for the end here. I haven't really felt like Bulwark of Faith has been super necessary, so what if I pop that out? But it needs a flammable item equipped, which I don't have, so I guess I may as well leave that in. Yeah. But I kind of want to bring in Zealous Accusation, or maybe... We're not really dealing burn with anybody but the Iridia, so... Radiance, this would be cool to use, but it just doesn't feel like we have the wherewithal to use it. Unless we're, like, popping it into this. I'm going to bring Zealous Accusation in for a bit, though, and just see if I can get some mileage out of it. We could be using Amnesis, but it feels like Burning Stars is just the thing we want to be using. Malediction might be worth considering as well. You know what? Actually, let's do that. I'm gonna bring in Malediction. We're gonna upgrade the rest of this. Sorry, I was just thinking in my head. I probably should have been talking. We're going to bring in Malediction. We're going to try something different here. We're going to pop out Burning Stars, which has been great. Don't get me wrong. Try Malediction out. So we go Binding Shadows is our movement skill. Abyssal Artillery is kind of our spam skill. Vulnerability, Hex, Weird, Reconstruction, Malediction. We'll give Malediction a try here. Kind of want to pop... Well, I'm going to leave Command in because it gets rid of Blind, which is plot relevant to my life. That's good. And then do I want to try to bring in Radiance? Get that extra damage going? I don't think I do. Because the only way I can bring it in is dropping Holy Lance, which I don't want to do because I want Kane to be able to move forward. And I don't want to give up on like the rest of the flexibility, but we'll think about it. We'll give Malediction its day in the sun here. We had the mastery points to spare. And otherwise, I think we're pretty good. All right, thank you all for watching. One last... Nah. This feels better than that anyway, so yeah. We'll see y'all in the catacombs.